Hello guys, it's carriageway here, and today is the video you've all been waiting for. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a flyover and I'm going to be doing the full drive through of my A14 Road project that I've been working in mind for. So the ones I've just built, like a couple of weeks ago, is the A14, and yes, it is a wing road in the UK. It goes from Rugby and interchange from Catthorpe Interchange, and it ends at a roundabout in Felixstowe. So it's like the main road to get from Felixstowe up to the Midlands exactly. So, enough further ado, let's get on with this flying through of it. I'm not going to be doing the full fly through of the whole road because it'll just take too long because this is like a really long road, so I'm just going to do it in parts. So the first bit here is the start of the A14. So this is Catthorpe Interchange. So the road here is the start of the M6, and the road along there is the A14. And then this one that goes across it is the M1. So this is Junction 19 of the M1, and that is Catthorpe Interchange, where the M6 stops and the A14 stops. So yeah, it was pretty simple to build this junction, but it did take quite some time. So I'm just using one last flyover of it. This is what it looks like up here, and that's Catthorpe Interchange. Alright, so this is the Kettering bypass. So this is where it reaches Kettering. So this is Junction 7 of the A14, and this is the A43 junction to get to places like Stamford, Corbing and Kettering. Coming along here, it goes into 3 lanes. I think it got upgraded to 3 lanes in 2015. So the junction coming up is Junction 8. This is I believe the A6013, and it's get to destinations like Kettering, Northampton and the M1 South. The next junction is Junction 9. This is to get to places like Kettering and Wellingborough. And here it goes back into 2 lanes. It's not 3 lanes for long. So this quarter of the Kettering bypass is now 2 lanes again. So the last junction of the bypass is Junction 10, and that is the A6, and it links to destinations to Kettering and Bedford. And that is the Kettering bypass. So this next bit here is a really new section of the A14. It opened like just over 2 years ago now, and this is called the Cambridge to Huntington Improvement Scheme. I think I did like a drive-through ring line for it, so I'm going to check that out. So yeah, so the old A14 used to continue going straight here, but now it turns to a right and goes further south of Huntington. So this is junction 21 to get to the A1 South. So to destinations like London, Huntington and Peterborough. This is junction 22. It's a link to the A1 again, the A1 North, and it's to get to the North and Peterborough. Here it goes into 3 lanes because, as you can see, they've widened the road then when they built the new bit. So this is the Huntington Southern Bypass. It's the newest part of the A14, and I think they built it to reduce getting past Huntington. This is junction 23. It's in A1198. And you can get to Huntington from here, and destinations like Royston, God's Manchester and St Ives. The one now turns to a right. The old A14 actually went this way, but this bit here they just diverted it. It used to continue going straight, but now that road is the A1307 and they're turning it into a link road to get into Huntington Town Centre. This is junction 24 and it's the link to the old A14 to get to Huntington, and you can also get to Swainsea and Longworth and a few services. This is junction 25. You can get to Bar Hill, Longstanton and a new town that they're building called Northstowe. Here it widens to 4 lanes. I've never seen this on much A-roads before, so this was their big improvement to the improvement scheme. So this junction is like an interchange, and to get onto the west of the A14 you'll need to turn off here to the left to get to Cambridge and Felixstowe and England, and the one straight ahead is now the M11, and it provides access to London and Stansted Airport and also the south of Cambridge. This is junction 32. You can get to Cambridge and Histon on here, and the one that is on this junction is the B149, I believe. And then this is the last junction on the improvement scheme. And this is junction 33, and you can get to Cambridgeshire and Milton. And there's two roads on this junction, which is the A10 and the A1 309. And here it goes back to two lanes and the original status of the roads. And that's the improvement scheme. The next bowling pulse is the Newmarket bowling pulse, and here it's on 3 lanes here. This is junction 36, and it is the A11 going to London Harlow and Stansted. This is junction 37. This leads to destinations like Newmarket and England, and it is the A114. And then the last junction of this bowling pulse is the A11 again, but it's to get to Norwich, Thetford and Milton. Let's move on to the next bowling pulse. This is the St Edmunds bowling pulse. And the first junction is junction 42. It is the B1106 and the A1392, and this leads to St Edmunds West and Brampton. The next junction here is junction 43. This is an exit to get to the sugar beet factory, and it also links to St Edmunds, Diss and Thetford. The road now slightly turns to a right. Coming up is junction 44, and it links to destinations like St Edmunds, Subway and Haverhill. The road now turns to the left again. And then the last junction is junction 45. And this one doesn't have a number, but it's to Watham, Great Barton and some industrial estates. This is the Stowmarket bowling pulse, And this junction is junction 49. It is the A1 308 and it's to Stowmarket, Horling and Brampton. And then the last junction here is junction 15. It is the A1 and it leads to Stowmarket, Upland and Newmarket. This is a fairly small bypass, so it's just a quick flyover. Moving on, it's one of the bigger bypasses, and this is the Ipswich bypass. This is junction 53, it's in A1156 and it's for Ipswich. This is junction 54. This one don't have a number again, but it's for sporting and small industrial estates. The one now turns to the left again, and this is junction 55. It is the A12 and the A1214, and it's for Ipswich, Cambridgeshire, Harwich and London. This is junction 56, it is the A137 and it's to Ipswich, Manningtree and Brampton. This is also to get to the centre of Ipswich. This would be where the Orwell Bridge would be, but I didn't build it because there had been like 2 holes. So I just left it like this. This is junction 57, it is the A1189 and it's to Ipswich, Northampton and the hospital. And then this is the last junction, it's the A12 North and the A1156 again, and it's to Leicestershire Bridge in Ipswich. And now moving on is to the end of the A14, which is the Felixstowe bypass. This is junction 59 and it's for Trimley and Girton. This is junction 16 The roundabout here is called Dockspur Roundabout and it leads to Felixstowe town centre. The road now turns to a right, and this is the last stretch of the road. This is junction 61, it's in A154 and it leads to the Trinity Business Park and dock gate number 2. And then coming up now is the end of the road, and this is junction 62 and it leads to dock gate number 1 and the seafront. And that's the end of the flyover. So now I'm going to do the full drawing through of the whole A14 and then I'll get back to you then. so that's going to be it for this video. I can't believe I built this whole road in a month. I'm so happy to achieve the goal on building this whole road, because this is a very long road. So comment down below on what road I should build next, because I'm very intrigued on picking what road I should build next. I'm thinking of building the A1, which goes from Leicestershire to London, but I'm not sure about that, as some of it is single carriageway. So I might build that way, but from Ipswich to London instead. So comment what I should do with that and what other ways you want us to build next. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series of my A14 Road project in Minecraft. Please like and subscribe and go see all the other videos of this one if you were interested in that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!